And we've come out for our little walk down by the riverside.
By the riverside.
Down by the riverside.
By the riverside.
The only problem is, it's more like the mud side today, because the tide's gone out.
Not out, but out.
Just out.
It's not, I think it's continuing its social distancing.
You see, although they call this Riverside, it's where the Medway spills out into the sea, so it's very much a tidal estuary. It's been very warm and very humid this week, but today the temperature has dropped significantly and it's windier than a tin of baked beans. There's plenty to do and see if you come down here. You can sit on one of these lovely benches and spend hours just looking at the birds and waiting for the tide to come in. Over in the distance you can see the Isle of Grain. It's not an island anymore, but it used to be. So it's still known as the Isle of Grain. Brewer's Wharf has been around since the 16th century. It was the site of a cement works, it was the site of a scrapyard, and now it's just a big lump of concrete. Big grey cloud above us, so I don't know how long we'll be able to stay down here before we start getting wet. It was raining this morning, which is why we've come out later this afternoon. There are some lovely seaside spots in Britain, but this isn't one of them. There's some very interesting mud formations around Brewer's Wharf, and to be fair, in a estuary. It's very interesting. If you could get a drone and get some aerial shots, you would see this lovely patterns. Obviously, as the water rushes in and out, swirls around all of the rocks and jetties and so on. It does actually look as though it's raining across the other side of the estuary, but that's Essex and that's okay. They can have the rain, we don't want any of it here. We thought by coming out later on a Saturday afternoon we might be able to stay away from people, but unfortunately that proved not to be the case. There are people everywhere. All these people who are off work during the lockdown, why don't they go out during the week so that us key workers can have a bit of peace and quiet on a Saturday afternoon? I accept some of them have got cabin fever, they've been in for a long time, but still, they've got all day, all week to go out. Peace at last. Looks like we're the only ones on this little path. Let's see how far we can get before we bump into anyone else. Well, the clouds have come over and we've decided it's time to make our way home. So that's the end of our little trip down to Riverside.